Hey everyone, I am here to bring you an update of what's been going on. So grab your cup of tea and let's catch up. The beauty of having a porch. It is consistently raining very slightly today. It's not too terribly cold, it's only about low 40s. So I am able to come to you from my porch with my familiar table and chairs from Late Bloomer Garden 1.0. It was Sunday night that I uploaded my last video, and I was feeling very overwhelmed, and I got a lot of response from that. Very, very positive response. I am so grateful to everyone who sent me positive messages, just one box at a time, one day at a time type messages, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. So my first helpers, my first garden angels arrived the next morning. Trudy and Doug live about an hour and 40 minutes from me, and Trudy just got a brand new Silverado pickup truck, obviously, for Christmas, and they drove it up, and I thought, oh my gosh, here's a great opportunity to go get some big stuff from Lowe's. So a lot of the time that they had with me was spent going to Lowe's it's in the next town. I'm out in the country, so nothing is really close. So we went over there and went to Lowe's. We picked up some barbecue. One thing I would just really wanted, because Christmas is upon us, and I just wanted my first Christmas in this house to be special and beautiful. So I wanted to have a beautiful wreath on my front door, and I could not find one of those door hooks that you hang a wreath on. And I had bought a wreath when I bought my Christmas tree, and it was completely dried up by now. And so I'm not even going to hang that anyway. I did find this, which I'm going to put up. I really made an effort. It's not easy, and I was told it was not easy at Lowe's to find things that were not made in China. This is made in Mexico. And it has these streamers that come down, and I'm going to let them dangle, or I'm going to tape them to the door. And in order to hang this, I found one of these stick-on things for the door that's supposedly easily removable. I happen to have a metal door. I've never had a metal door. Well, I take that back. In New York, my co-op apartment had a metal door. In New York, you need to have a metal door with numerous locks. I remember many times coming back home in New York, and just you lean against the door and you go lock, 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 like 5 locks on your door. Although I never had any problem or any break-in or anything, but people were always worried about that. I got a couple of gifts. I want to give a shout out to my niece, who is so thoughtful. She always puts flowers on my father's grave for federal holidays. She sent me this gift. It says New Home 2020. And I was just thinking, there is a big farmer down at the end of the road, and so we do have some traffic, some trucks going by. That's actually a plane. Wow. And a car. And a truck. Oh, that's the mail. That's the mail. It looks like I have some mail. Side by side or miles apart, sisters are always close at heart. And she sent that for my sister, who has had another fall and kind of obliterated her nose. They had surgery yesterday. I haven't heard how that went, but they said it would never be the same. A lot of people want to know what I'm drinking, and so I thought I would just share this. I don't know if you've heard of Navitas. You can order this on Amazon. Hey, and you can order it through my Amazon link. Late Bloomer, let's see, amazon.com/shop/Late Bloomer Show. It is on Amazon. Navitas, an organics brand. This is a plant-based superfood. This is an antioxidant blend of cacao and goji and acai. I don't know. People pronounce that different ways. But this is the antioxidant blend. And I am trying to stay well because my body is adapting to a completely new environment. It has been cold and wet and cloudy and foggy, and we've had like maybe 2 sunny days. I found a fantastic shop yesterday. I was driving through a town called Lebanon. I just was going around the circle. It's not really a square, it's a circle. And I looked back and I saw this shop called Seven Cedars Butcher Block. And I thought, I want to know what's in that shop. So I turned around and parked and went in. And it's a lovely shop, and they have all local meats and produce, and they have local bakers baking bread and making prepared salads. And I'm not really cooking yet because I haven't unpacked any of those pans. So I'm just getting used to making toast in my oven. That's how far I've gotten. Anyway, I happened to notice this Asian Tempest garlic, locally grown. And I am going to plant some of it because I thought, why not? I'll just stick it in that bed over there and see what comes up. I haven't prepared the beds. I haven't had time. I have so much to do in here. The holidays are upon us. My son and fiance are coming, and I have to get the guest room ready. And tomorrow is a huge day. I've got a washer and dryer coming, and the plumbing and electrical are coming, and they're going to be putting in the new main ducting from the HVAC systems in the house that has the 32 years of dust in it. And I decided I wanted a clean start. I want to be breathing clean air. What happened Monday with Doug and Trudy is Doug worked on my couch for a while. You know, as you recall, the movers had taken the legs off, and now we can't get them properly back on because there was a screw missing. And so we've made trips to the closest hardware store, and then way over to Lowe's, and still couldn't find the right screw. I didn't think to just get a couple of washers so that it's too long, in other words, and it's going to poke a hole in the fabric underneath the sofa. So that has to be resolved. So the sofa's still upside down in the living room. Oh, about the store. Seven Cedars Butcher Block is owned by Stephen George, who is a local farmer. 95% of the beef that they sell in the Butcher Block comes from his farm, which isn't too far from there. And I chatted with him for a while, and I said, I'd love to interview you and come down to the farm and see your operation. And so he said, sure. So we're going to do that after the holidays, so I'm very excited about that. He is my first person that I'm going to interview in the area. And he said that there is a dairy just down the road from him, and they have jumped through a lot of hoops and finally gotten permission, I guess, from the FDA to sell milk to customers. Heretofore, they were selling it, they were distributing it, and now they can actually sell it to customers, and that they will be selling raw milk. Once they get their bottling operation up and running, they will be carrying it in his store. So I am so excited because I was concerned about where am I going to find, you know, the best quality food to eat here, especially till I am growing my own. Back to Doug and Trudy. So Doug and Trudy helped me with a bunch of things. We got through about 4 or 5 boxes in the kitchen, stuff put away, emptied. We bought all this stuff at Lowe's. I bought some new shelving for my shop because the shelving in there is like corrosively rusted and bent, and I just would like to start with new, nice stuff. So also because the concrete was evidently not poured in the shop with rebar, it's all cracked, and to fix that would be very difficult. I'd have to pour another 4 inches of concrete, a contractor told me, and then you got to go up the lip, and then the building, the ceiling is, I don't even know how that works with the garage door and all of that. So I don't really want to do that, but what I noticed is when the garage door is down, it's not sealed on the bottom. So any snake or mouse or anything can go in there and get dry and warm for the night. See this big bulge, and if you look down here, and that looks like pretty easy access for almost any kind of critter. Aha! Look here. That looks like water to me. Maybe that's just oil. But you see what I mean about these shelves? Corroded and bent, nasty. Those are going to get taken apart and get out of here, and I've got my new shelving units here that either Doug or my son are going to put together. Yeah, look at that. Come on down, you critters. Nice warm dry place to live, to sleep at night. So what we did is I moved this big oak unit that was in the dining area, and it had been in the dining area since since the first owners at some point. I said, well, let's just put it in the garage. It's good, strong, sturdy shelving, and I can put food, I can store food in it, but they had to take the doors off. It was so heavy to get it out. When I brought it in here, they said, you want me to put the doors back on? I go, wait a minute. The doors don't have latches. So any kind of rat or mouse can get in there, or even snake. And I don't want to come out here and open that door and have some snake jump out at me. So we just left the doors off. I left it like that. So slowly by slowly, this shop is going to look a lot better. Nice hooks and workbench, and and I got this great sort of emergency heater, propane heater, if I want to be working out here when it's really cold. I can use that temporarily. So that's the situation in there for now. Daryl had told me this over and over and over. Whenever you find a place that you like, there's always something. No place is going to be perfect. I know that. I knew that. But the one thing I didn't know that I should have known if I had done a little research, this whole section of Tennessee is rock. And it was really brought home to me yesterday by the farmer, Stephen George, who owns Seven Cedars Butcher Block. He said that there's a joke that, there's one rock in Middle Tennessee, meaning the whole thing is just one rock. So he's had a hard time growing food because there's like 2 to 3 inches of soil and then it's rock. So I am trying to imagine how I'm going to develop my garden. So there is something that must be done in the back of my house, and that is put in a French drain, because you've seen that hillside and that water's got to go somewhere because it rains here like it's raining now. So we'll take a walk around and we'll see just how squishy my little backyard area is. Now I'm thinking this is probably why they built this deck to start with, because the only way to sit out here is to get up off the ground, because there's so much water there. You see this back area is kind of in a bowl. It's higher all the way around. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to contact a company that does French drains. That's for sure. Before Trudy and Doug left the other night, it was almost getting dark. You really couldn't see that well. And I decided that we absolutely had to put lights on that tree. Stretch out. Okay. Wait, stretch out for me. Go down this way though. Okay. Okay, come closer. Oh, this is so cool. This is exactly what I wanted. We have extra though. Careful. Careful. Oh, accidents. I think we need the ladder now, don't we?
I got plenty of.
Oh, great.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just put it back up there.
Uh-huh. In fact,
And
you
right
can go
in
in
there.
there and go around.
Yeah, I can do that. I will.
Then something happened that is a good lesson for me. And that is, when I came back from Lowe's in their car, I left my cell phone in their truck. And I said goodbye. They rushed out because it was already after dark. They were running late. And they rushed out. I said goodbye. I came inside and I said, oh, I want to take a picture of the tree with the lights for Instagram. And I'm going, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I mean, I figured it had to be in my pocket. I'm going back and forth and back and forth, and I didn't have it. And I just thought I must have left it in their truck. And so I thought, well, they live a long way away. I don't have their address. I don't know one person on this whole road. What am I going to do? I don't have a landline. Everybody said, oh, nobody gets a landline anymore. You know, we just use our cell phones. Both my brothers, they just use their cell phones. So I was in a bit of a panic. And I thought, well, I looked up, you know, I can't use iMessage or anything like that on my laptop because I don't have Wi-Fi. And so I looked up her number in my contacts, wrote it down, got in my car, and I drove to the closest gas station, which is about 3 miles from here, I guess. And very nice man, had a landline, and he let me use it. And we couldn't figure out how to meet somewhere. I could have driven to meet them, but if I didn't see them, how would I find them? They were so nice, and they drove back. Probably retraced a half an hour and then had all that to drive. So those are true garden angels, and I want to give a big shout out to Trudy and Doug, and hopefully they can come back. They're just getting settled in their own place, so they're still opening boxes themselves. I came home and I thought, you know, I really need to get a landline just for emergencies, because I still haven't sorted out the Wi-Fi problem. The Nomad system didn't work, and I've seen on Nature's Always Right channel, he is recommending a certain set of equipment, and Daryl sent it to me, and I'm watching his video. He's a young, strong guy, and he's climbing up the ladder and getting on top of the roof, and he's leaning over the top point of his roof, and he's, with the electric screwdriver, he is screwing this device into the wood joist or whatever, adjusting it. He's like hanging on like a, you know, a monkey, and I'm just going, my subscribers would kill me if I tried to get on this roof. I'm not going to. It's not an option. So I'm appealing to him to come up. He's in Tennessee too. I'm appealing to him to come up and set that up here so that I can try it out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching my channel, liking my videos, and especially sharing them with your friends. And I look forward to bringing you more videos very, very soon. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please watch these. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.